I can bet that not many among you would have heard the name Sam Altman before 2021, but this man is leading the AI revolution right from the front. But who is he? Where was he before Openai? And more importantly, can we trust him? This is the story of perhaps the most important man of the century. This is the story of Openai CEO and co-founder Sam Altman, 1985. Computing was becoming common. The world was on the verge of digitization, and Silicon Valley had already become a hub for international computing business. Same year, 22nd of April, Sam was born in Chicago. Sam was raised in St. Louis, where he was recognized for his early signs of intelligence. Even before he started kindergarten, he had figured out how area codes worked, and at age 8, he was already programming and dismantling Macintosh computers. Growing up homosexual in the Midwest in the early 2000s was difficult, and the Mac became his connection to the outside world. He got through that time of his life with the support of AOL chat rooms he found. Altman spent 2 years at Stanford University after graduating from high school, majoring in computer technology. He and 2 of his classmates dropped out to devote themselves fully to developing Looped, a location-sharing mobile app. Altman's ability to manage adults despite his youth was a factor in Looped's acceptance into Y Combinator's first round. Co-founder of Y Combinator Paul Graham saw Altman's potential for leadership and said he was extremely good at becoming powerful. Midway through the 2000s, a new generation of startup founders emerged, fueled by easily accessible technology and eager to shake up the industry. Visionaries like Paul Graham, who formed the accelerator Y Combinator to help and invest in these up-and-coming business owners, were the driving force behind this change. Sam Altman, only 19 years old, saw Looped among the initial group of 8 firms to join Y Combinator that year. Graham believed that smart, driven people could change the way businesses were run, and he envisioned a unruly yet effective entrepreneurial culture that these early startups embodied. While working at Y Combinator, Altman showed a talent for quick trading swaps and the ability to analyze individuals like chess pieces to determine their strategies. Altman's insight and strategic thinking made him the first person many founders approached in times of distress. One of YC's original members said, "Since Sam can see into the future, we want him to tell us what's coming. What I was trying to establish until now is the fact that Sam was a magician, a true king of improvisation, and with these God-gifted skills, he spotted the potential in artificial intelligence." But this time around, he was not the only one. Many other businesses had already spotted this opportunity, and they were doing all their might to make money out of it. But Sam Altman and Elon Musk saw the dangers that artificial general intelligence posed to humanity and determined to do something about it. Together, they established Openai, an innovative non-profit with a mission to protect humanity from the negative effects of artificial general intelligence. The origin of Openai is a fascinating and motivational tale. It all started with Musk's belief that unchecked AGI could lead to the destruction of humanity. He frequently brought up the paperclip maximizer thought experiment to show the potential risks of artificial general intelligence. To achieve this purpose, an artificial general intelligence program to produce paperclips could resort to whatever means necessary, including the mining of atoms in human bodies and the exhaustion of Earth's resources. DeepMind Technologies, a Google subsidiary, brought Altman and Musk closer and more worried about the potentially catastrophic consequences of artificial intelligence. They were concerned that its quest for a superintelligence AI will eventually lead to the creation of a sentient supercomputer. Motivated by these worries, Altman and Musk founded Openai with the help of 30 researchers and a whopping $1 billion. The organization's ultimate goal was unclear at first. Others remained skeptical, while proponents of the theory that Openai's mission was to build a benevolent AI and make its code public. Over time, with Altman at the helm, Openai's goals materialized. The group's current mission is to safeguard and advance AGI in ways that benefit humankind. Openai has made many changes to stay at the forefront of artificial intelligence research and development, including shifting from a non-profit to a capped profit corporation and forming a $1 billion agreement with Microsoft. Musk has indicated growing reservations about Openai, despite his early involvement in forming the organization. Because of Tesla's growing interest in artificial intelligence, Musk withdrew from Openai to avoid any potential conflicts of interest, while he has continued to make donations to the organization. He has also called for more openness and transparency from Openai, which he has criticized for shifting from an open source and non-profit organization to a more closed and profit-oriented one. GPT-2 through to GPT-4 have revolutionized natural language processing and generation, and the development of DALL-E, an artificial intelligence system that can create realistic visuals and art based on textual descriptions, is changing the game. But what is next? Why is there no GPT-5? And what took GPT-4 so long before its release? And is Sam worried about anything? Well, the answer is clearly a story in its own. On the 14th of March 2023, a text block on OpenAI's website was published that said, "As part of OpenAI's ongoing commitment to bring deep learning to a wider audience, we have developed GPT-4. Despite being less capable than humans in many real-world circumstances, the big multimodal model GPT-4 accepting image and text inputs, producing text outputs, shows human-level performance on numerous professional and academic benchmarks." Sam Altman, in an interview, explained why GPT-4 took so long. The interview thought it was something to do with the availability of silicon chips, or that the testing of an algorithm with such huge number of parameters required more effort. To my surprise, Sam's direct answer to this question was that they were giving humanity more time to adapt. This is because there are still a lot of people who are not used to such heavy developments in technology in such a small period of time. So A, it was a breather for humanity, and B, they wanted to make sure that the algorithm is optimized enough to produce meaningful results, because he claimed that the original version of the algorithm was too crude. Now, if all that is true, this means that people at OpenAI consider AI safety as something very, very important. Not to forget, they are led by Altman, which kind of answered the question I asked in the beginning of the video that said, can we trust him? There are reports claiming that OpenAI is working on GPT-5, but the uncertainty factor remains undealt so far. As of my research, I don't think it will be coming out this year or anytime soon, and there are basically two reasons for that. A, algorithmic infancy, and B, legalities. Until OpenAI develops a tangible product, they won't hurry it up just to blow the market by storm. And secondly, there was a recent development that barred AI research labs from coming up with a chatbot smarter than GPT-4. There are reasons for it that were documented by founders of leading tech businesses like Elon Musk and Steve Wozniak, which highlighted the potential hazards if AI keeps evolving. Not only that, Sam Altman also testified before the Congress and clearly told the House that he is as worried about the repercussions as anybody else in the room. In the same interview, Sam told the host that the one worry he keeps carrying in his head is the potential rise of disinformation. Sam claims that he is worried about the time when disinformation spreads at a large scale, considering almost every authoritarian government is trying to develop the greatest chatbot ever. These developments can shape opinion that can even malign electoral processes. This was another reason why Sam suggested a licensing model for new AI businesses entering the market. He pleaded to the government to develop regulatory mechanisms to ensure that there are enough testing mechanisms in play. But in the end, I would like to mention how the uncrowned king of AI pays tribute to the mentors who made him what he is today. He claims that he felt extremely fortunate to have had great mentors. He also believed it was crucial not to overemphasize learning from others and to find his own path. Striving for a balance in this regard was his aim, recognizing that it might not be perfect yet. One of the noteworthy aspects of Silicon Valley that he appreciated was the emphasis on mentorship and teaching, from which he had gained more than his fair share. When asked about the key lessons learned from his mentors, he mentioned Paul Graham, who had run his previous company, stating that he was instrumental in educating people about startups and the startup playbook. He also highlighted the influence of Elon Musk, emphasizing the importance of pushing the boundaries of what is possible in technology. Subscribe to Innovella for more blues from the world of AI. I just talked about Tesla's interest in AI. And to add more to it, it is not just the software they're playing with. They are also pioneering the hardware game. To see how, click on this video link popping up where I talked about the new Tesla bots. Click now, and I will catch you there in a second.